All right, so what do we got? The non-problem with Diablo 4 rarest uniques. So I just Iceman. I hey, he's like me. He's a little fella. Look at that. So I'm gonna go ahead and like his video. Depending on how I feel, I will drop the subscribe.
What's up, guys? Iceman here. So how shitty of a game would it be if within a couple weeks everyone was running around with all the same gear, all the same top tier items? Those who put in the work. Say maybe 40 hours, 100 hours, couple hundred hours. These guys are all running around with the same exact shit and there's nothing left to be found.
Let him cook, because I'm about to blast off right now. All right, I'll let him cook.
That would be pretty fucking dull if you ask me. Because there's a reason why you're not playing games like that right now. There's a reason why you moved on from Diablo 3. Because with
People moved on from Diablo 3 because the sets were awful. There was no build diversity, and the items that were actually gameplay changing were not gameplay changing at all. They just boosted your weapon damage by 900%. It had nothing to do with the rarity of those items. Okay, let me put it this way before we even get into this. If you had a box of Legos, right? You had many possibilities of different crafts that you could make with those Legos. But to make the best Lego creations, I hid a Lego piece from you. Except I hid it in the entire world, and you have to find it if you want to make the best Lego creation you can. Doesn't sound very fun that you won't ever be able to make the best Lego creation.
Diablo 3, within a couple days of playing, you have all the gear. The drop rates are all the same for pretty much everything. The only difference is the guy next to you, his gear's numbers might be a little higher, and yours are a little lower. But nonetheless, you're still doing all the same effects, same build. It's all the same shit. Nothing unique about it. Everybody gets a trophy.
That's true. In the Diablo 3, everybody did get a trophy. You got to be told you were a good boy, and you got to do T16. That wasn't how it was in the early days of D3. It was a little bit more aggro and aggressive as far as challenge-wise, but with Reaper's Souls, which is kind of what a lot of people played ongoing, he's right on that.
And of course, there's Diablo 2 Resurrected, and there's Diablo Immortal, where you can go on there and buy all your shit. In D2R, in that example, within the first couple days of ladder, pretty much everyone's running around with a Shaco, Enigma, and all that, if they're willing to put out the money.
Okay, I guess you could argue that same point in Path of Exile. If you want to pay to win and buy off of a third party, sure. Yeah, you can buy whatever the hell you want.
So there's just nothing left to find.
I don't know about that D2 one.
Man. But you might not realize it. But again, there's a reason why you're not playing those games anymore. Because there's something deep within the innate nuances of the human psyche that desires to strive and accomplish and be set apart, to conquer. Alright? But if everyone around you's conquering, what the fuck is the point? If everyone gets the trophies in the end, or if everyone's like Superman, then Superman's not all that super anymore.
I think I see what he's trying to say, and yes, rare items are important. You statistically have a better chance of being struck by lightning than getting one of these items, though. And for a for-fun video game, that is not okay. You have to be able to have fun at some point. I shouldn't have to play for 50 years and never get a Shaco.
It's just all the same mundane shit everywhere. So the unique items in Diablo 4 have to maintain their rare as fuck status. Otherwise, we're all just going to move on from this game as well.
Bro, people are already moving on. People are already leaving. They're going away, man. They can't get an Andariel's Visage. One guy got it a day ago. And people said, oh, I guess I'll never see that, so I might as well quit.
It's about the striving for them. Don't you guys know how it is? Haven't you played these games before? Once you find all the good gear, once you have all the top tier shit, it's just boring. You're just killing shit and you're like, what the hell am I even doing? There's not even I'm not even looking for anything.
Yeah. Haven't you played a game like this then? Don't you think with like maybe 500 hours invested, you should have at least found one of these? People that have played that many hours are in the, top percentiles, probably top 10 percentiles, maybe less, and they still haven't found one. You have people grinding 24 hours a day in this game, and they'll never find one.
Or it could be like Diablo 3.
There's a difference between difficulty finding something and futile. What you're suggesting is just, it's like the heat death of the universe. You have to wait until all of the suns die, and then you will be able to claim your Andariel's Visage.
Where it's like, oh, I'm going to increase my output numbers by like 0.001% every hour that I play. And of course, that's really dull, because there's no big thing that could all of a sudden happen at any given time. And that's what these rare as hell drops enable. All right? They enable that. How epic would it be to be one in like 1,000 people who've put in a ton of hours?
I don't know if he knows the statistics behind this. I am truly concerned. If it was 1 in 1,000, I think it'd be okay. I said you have a better chance of getting struck by lightning than getting one of these items. Let's look. Chance of getting struck by lightning. That is a 1 in 15,000 chance. So his, at least, is one. His is 15 times better.
To actually find something cool like that. Like a Shaco or a grandfather sword. I think Windforce should be more rare and better. Many have found that already, correct? Not to say that bow rogues are decent, but I'm going to make a bow rogue because
And I think the Windforce is a decent drop rate. People get to play it and have fun with it. There's a variety using that.
I want to be an archer. I don't want to be hitting shit with daggers and throwing little blades around. I want to be an archer.
Yeah.
And I don't care if it's not optimal. I'm hoping it's going to be somewhere in the realm of decent, but I'm still going to play one nonetheless, and I'm going to make one. I'm also going to make a chain lightning sorcerer. And that's far from optimal as well. I think they'll balance them out a little bit as time progresses, but that's what I want to do. But there has to be those things to strive for. And once you actually find them all, it's just boring. And that's when you move on to another game. And again, that's why we're not playing
Okay, when you play a game like Diablo, you're always going to move on at some point. That's how a season works. You do what you want and then you move on, man. You get the stuff you want and then you play the thing you want and then you move on till next season. Giving people the inability to actually have choice and get these items and have fun, it pushes them away.
That's why we're not playing Diablo Immortal or Diablo 3 or whatever else is out there. This is key. You know, you got to... it's about the chase, and it's about the journey and not the destination. All right? You ever see those guys who, like, win a bunch of money or whatever? I knew a guy who won a bunch of money.
The lottery?
And his life turned to complete shit. And
so wait, if I get my Andariel's visage, my life is going to hell.
And after about a year, the money was gone.
I didn't know I didn't want that.
And he was worse off than when he began, by far. You know, all those people, they just think that if they continually just intake and appease their dopamine receptors, that they'll just be happy and joyful. They don't realize that the happiness and the joy, it's in the striving and working toward.
Is this satire? Am I too dumb? This is...
you know what I mean? It's not actually being there.
Cook.
Where all of a sudden you have all this fucking money and you go off and do drugs and become an alcoholic and ruin your life. Just like with Prawn. If you're watching Prawn every fucking day, you might wonder why your life is shit. Why you're depressed. Why you can't get pussy.
I can't get pussy because I can't get Andariel's visage, man. It's dry out there, man.
Because you're constantly in that state of trying to appease those dopamine receptors. And you're not holding back and resisting. That is going to produce the drive and energy to
Hold on.
actually get those things. You know what I'm saying? It's a great analogy. And it's accurate. But, like when those guys win all the money, their life always turns to shit. Like 98% of the time. Because they don't realize it. But the peace and the joy is in the striving. Alright? I mean, it's going to be rewarding if you actually find the damn Shaco. I don't think I'm going to find it. The point is, knowing that it's there is going to keep you playing, because you could find it.
I'm going to be honest with you, man. I played Diablo 4 for probably 200 hours now, and I have never been more discouraged in my entire life to play this game. Because I want one of them damn uniques to play the game, man. I just want to make a cool build, and I figured if I put in 300 hours, I'll get it. If I give 300 hours of my life, man. But I won't. I would have to get 1 in 15,000 chance.
You know, if say it was the reverse of this, where they dropped every day. Again, the sooner everyone gets all the gear.
If one Andariel's visage dropped every single day, that would still be so, like, a massive multiplier on its drop rate. I would probably actually have hope. I would have this feeling you're talking about, the striving. But knowing I have a better chance of getting hit by lightning, I will keep saying this, is enough for me to become a doomer for these items.
The sooner the game ends. All right? So if you put that in complete reverse, if you keep it out there, the possibility, then that's going to keep people playing. It's going to continually appease our interest, because you could actually be the one who turns into freaking Superman.
Bro, Alright, let me talk about his analogy. So, he talked about the lottery a lot. Okay? Part of the journey is dumping your paycheck into scratchers. It's that strive, man. You feel like you striving and you gonna win $1 million. You gonna be free. But when you win, it's already over.
Instead of just everybody being Superman. And that's the better of the two worlds. All right, it's when you are glorified, man. Don't you want that to be there? Don't you want that possibility to be there? Where you could be glorified, bro. That'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah, I would love to win the lottery too, man. Like, I would love to win some money, man. I'm in a bankruptcy, Daddy Bear. I need some money. I need my drop. I need my drop, man. You're right, it would feel good.
And it's interesting how I feel like this argument is out there that the uniques aren't good enough anyway. But if they're not good enough anyway, then why do you really care how rare they are? Because you'll say they're not good enough anyway, but you're upset how rare they are.
There's a difference between, like I said, there's a difference between rare and never gonna get it. In a statistical fashion, being statistically raped is a lot different than having to grind for it. I have a better chance of fucking, I don't even know, waking up a millionaire than I do getting a shacko. I don't know the odds of that. I'm talking out my ass. But you know what I'm trying to say.
But if the rare items in themselves are better than the uniques or some of the legendaries even, then at least it's a unique item. It's like a little prize that you can find if you keep working. And maybe you'll just find it, maybe you won't. But nonetheless, it's a search.
Why is it that they can't just say, hey, when you get to Lilith, you know, these items have a really high chance to drop. I would get to 100. That would be my motivation. I would do it. I'd get to 100, and I would kill Lilith so I could get my drop. I could win my scratchers will finally have been paid off. I can live free.
And it keeps you going. It's a striving for. You know what I mean? But it really is in the journey, and that's the thing that people don't realize, and that's why they're all demanding that they increase the drop rates of these things, because they want to get the $1 million too. You know, everybody wants to get $1 million.
Yeah, man, we're tired of scratching the scratchers, bro. I mortgaged my home, man. I put it up. Bro, I'm gambling on stake right now. Oh my god, I just need that. I need a helmet.
And this is outside of how the real world would work in that sense, because in the real world, if everyone got $1 million, it would cause hyperinflation. Everyone would be fucked. But in this case, it's not hyperinflation that we're dealing with in terms of a currency, but it's hyperinflation in terms of what's going to make us happy and set us apart from others. Because that's what this game's about, right? It's about conquering, achieving, striving, and competing. And imagine how godly you'd be if you find a super rare item like that. Even if they're not that good. I mean, I think maybe they should make them a little better. Then you really could be like Superman if you find one and beat the shit out of everybody. And everybody would, like, bow down and worship you and shit. Kiss your ass. You know, how awesome would that be?
He's saying, I feel like he wants one of these drops, man. It sounds like he wants one. I understand his sentiment here, but I don't think he understands the statistical odds are so out of his favor. We have never seen drop rates like this before in a video game. Go get some Powerball tickets. That's about the equal chance you will get.
But yeah, they gotta keep this shit rare, big time. They shouldn't mess these numbers at all.
But they need to make it less rare. They can tune them. It's called tuning. You play with the rarity, especially in off season. You can play with the rarity, find what works, make them rare. But I feel like if I dump 500 hours of my life compared to the 20-hour dad with 18 kids, I do deserve that helmet. You're right. But I should be able to get it at some point. I shouldn't have to never get it.
At all. This is a good thing. I'm surprised that they're doing this, because this is exactly what I wanted. This is even beyond what I imagined. I thought...
I am so fucking happy they have their dick so deep in my ass right now. This feels great. They're hitting all the prostate pieces. They're hitting all the jibble jabbles and the gingle gangles. I love this. This is great.
But it was going to be like as rare as Diablo 2, for example, finding a Shaco. But shit, hasn't like 1 or 2 people found one so far? Like, that's awesome. Maybe they should make it a little bit more rare. Realistically, I think I'm pretty pleased where it's at. But I wouldn't give a shit if they make it more rare.
This isn't real.
Because again, once you find it all, once you dig out your character with all that GG, it's just done. You just got to move on to another game then, where you got to start over and try to deck them out again.
Man, that's why we have seasons. You get the item. You have 3 months. You get the item and you have some fun with it, man.
But if they can keep that here, and I think this is a fine tuning, and the tuning that I'm seeing so far is very nice. You got to have it out there when you're playing. You could all of a sudden hit a big boom. That's going to change everything, and everyone's going to just think you're awesome. That's not going to be the case if this shit is dropping all the time. It's not going to be the case if it's like it is in D2, where you have bots flooding the whole fucking thing, and you can go online and buy 100 Shakos if you wanted to for like $10. It's not.
I understand. I hate bots too, Papa Bear. I do. Trust me. But there's no trade in this game. Bots won't hurt you here. Okay? Making it a little bit less rare, it won't hurt you, Daddy.
Not going to be that if that were the case. So this is really the only way. And I would tell you that if you're not happy with it, then go play Diablo Immortal or Diablo 2 Resurrected or Path of Exile or Diablo 3. But I don't even have to tell you that, because that's why you're here. Realistically, this is how you need it. You need it for this shit to be super rare. You need to have something to strive for. And you need to be in a realm where not everyone...
Let me tell you what I need. I need to have fun in the video game that I'm playing. I need to enjoy the moments I have playing this video game. What I don't need is a halo of impossible possibilities over my head that I will never achieve, no matter how much I pour into the game, unless I roll and pick the needle out of a haystack. That's not what I need.
Gets
That's
the
not
same
fun.
shit. You know what I mean? You need to be in a realm where if you bust your ass and bust your ass and bust your ass and bust your ass, you're going to continually increase your chances of maybe pulling yourself out of the freaking abyss and being godly as fuck. But realistically, there's a lot more to say about this, and I'll probably post more videos on it. It just...
I cannot wait till they change the rarity, and I want to see this guy's follow-up video. He's going to have a mental collapse, and I need to be there for it.
It really sickens me how many of you out there just want to make your little demands and making these things a lot more accessible. You just want everybody to be able to...
I don't know if we can call it a little demand, though. I mean, you have people out here that have played more than you times 8 already. I guarantee it. And they haven't gotten the drop. You ain't there yet. You ain't in their shoes. Okay? You don't know. I'm sure you've played a lot. I'm sure you played as much as me. But you gotta understand, man, there's... Oh, God.
Find everything faster. When the chase is really what keeps us going and what keeps this game alive. And this game could potentially last a long time. And it's already, I'm thinking, looking better, well, than Diablo 3 by a lot.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree. It looks like it has a bright future with the content updates. And I think it's heading in the right direction. And we already have quite a bit of build diversity, and they'll keep expanding upon that. And the game would be much more fun if a lot of these items were more attainable to create more build variations and play more. Because if I was able to get, I don't know, a sorcerer unique, that is kind of rare, I can make a build around it, keeps me playing, makes me want to build another level 85 character, whatever the case is. That's how you get people to play. You give them a reason to play, and the reason to play is they got the item in their book bag, their little stashy washy, and they want to make a character with it.
They're trying a different take here, They're trying a different take here, and this is the take that I wanted. I wanted them to make this shit really rare, because it is just so dull. When you play Diablo 3, for example, and everybody has the same damn gear within a couple days. Or if
you do the hardest content in the game, you should get the item. You should be able to get it at some point in a reasonable... If you're doing the hardest content, you shouldn't be obstructed from getting some good shit.
Diablo 2, and everyone who's willing to pay a couple dollars is able to get all decked out within like the first week or two of ladder. Then everyone's wearing the Shaco, everyone has the Tel Rasha's armor, everyone has the Enigma, everyone has the CTA. There's just nothing.
I mean, it sounds like this guy just hates bots, is what it is. And I mean, that's fair, but that's not the case here, baby.
Nothing left to find. And there's no difference from one character from another. But this is something good. Alright. So we're going to have to enjoy it. We're going to have a good time. And you're going to get in there and you're going to put in the work. And you might...
Alright, coach. Get me in. Get me in there. I'm going to do my push-ups. I'm going to scratch my scratch tickets. Hope I win this fucking lottery, because I need a win, baby.
Find it. You might find the Shaco. Oh my God. The point is that you could...
Well, that's... That's like what a gambler says, bro. You might win the lottery, bro. Hey, you could be and
that has to be there. It's essential.
He's totally
it's essential that that there has to be something big to strive for. Because once that's gone, it's over.
No,
so that's why it has to be this way. All right. If it were the other way, there wouldn't be anything left to strive for. Nothing big anyway. Little tiny tweaks in the numbers like Diablo 3, but that nobody even wants to do that. You need something big, and this is the big thing. But they're not even that good, so you really shouldn't even be complaining. It's not like it's going to set you apart like vastly like Superman has mentioned, but I think they should increase the power of these things a little bit. Because then if you do find it, you'll be like Superman. But I don't know. I think I'm okay with it where it's at in terms of the power of the uniques. But I'm going to have to contemplate that a little bit. But you see what I'm saying, though? It has to be there. This is how it has to be. All right, it has to be rare as fuck.
Yeah, but it doesn't, though, Daddy. It don't.
That's just how it works. So that's why you're here. And that's why you're not playing the other games. Because it has to be rare as fuck. All right.
Oh, I'm about to pull up World of Warcraft again because I can't find what I need. So I'm just gonna wait till season 1 because I'm never gonna find what I need. I already quit. Most of people already quit. It's done, baby.
This is gonna be a good time, and we're gonna be putting in the work, and I look forward to putting in the work. And I'm glad that we can't just go online and buy the fucking shit with money.
I understand his sentiment. I will respect that. I'm glad you can't go online and buy it. I understand. That's a good thing. But because you can't do that, And for a multitude of other reasons. You should be able to obtain it in other ways.
You know, yeah, you can buy gold, which everyone's going to be doing to help respect their character or get them rushed or whatever. But if you want to find this good shit, you actually got to put in the work. And yeah, some people...
I want to know what his definition of work is. He reminds me of my dad, where nothing I do is ever good enough, man. Like, no matter how hard I work, I'm just not working hard enough. Oh, Dad, it's hot out here. Well, that's too damn bad. I'm tired of digging holes, Grandpa.
People have more time than others. I'm not even going to put in that much time to put in the work. You know, I don't even have a real job. I don't even have to be anywhere. I mean, I can play this game all fucking day if I wanted to. But I'm not going to do that. I'll probably play it as much as like a guy who's working a full-time job is going to play it. You know, because it's good that we might never find it. That's the point. I might never find it, and that's fine.
If there's a part of your game that you want, like that you buy, you pay $70 for, and you will never be able to play that part of your game, that's not a good game. That's fucked up.
But the thing is, while you're playing, you might find it. You know, if it were different with that, if you find the fucking things, then there's nothing left to find. This is bullshit. I don't see why this is a problem.
Yo, they should actually, what they got to do on the slot machines, they need to increase the odds on those as far as, like, they should make it harder to win. That would make it really fun to do.
There's got to be the things that are rare as fuck. God damn.
Yeah.
This game's going to turn to shit if they do what everyone wants them to do. It's going to be a fucking ass game. And I'm going to have to go make one. And I don't want to have to do that.
Bro, this game, you get a longsword and a chain vest, and if you want even a gold sword, the upgraded edition, you're going to work. Oh, you're going to work.
So, can you guys just... I mean, you know, try to be happy with it. Well, let me rephrase that. Look deep within yourself, all right? Look deep within. All right?
Okay.
You have to control those dopamine receptors, man. All right? You have to harness your will and your energy. Right, it's not about
What in the cuck is this? What is happening? You have to watch other people get this item. You don't get it, all right? You're going to keep your little cock cage on, boy.
In there. All right? It's about now. It's about right now. Just like when you're playing Diablo 4 and you're slaying shit.
Shorts, boy.
You know, it's not about the later. It's about right now. Right now. I could find that fucking Shaco. I could. And I'm going to work toward it. And the more I work toward it, the higher the probability is going to be that I'm going to find it. All right? But there's a lot more to be said about this, so stay tuned for more videos. Appreciate you guys, and check out my Diablo 4 channel, linked in the description. And like...
Well, I dropped a like. I'm going to subscribe to him. He put a lot of effort into this one, and he seems emotional about it, so I feel for the guy. So, I understand his sentiment, but it just don't work that way, Daddy Bear. If you want to keep people playing instead of the 14 people that played D2 in the seasonal ladders... You gotta let people play the game eventually or get the stuff they want, man. It's okay. It's a good video. I'll drop a link to it for you guys.